beautiful. Let me try it. I've been making it in my keyboard. Whoops. Hello, welcome back to Sage and Stone Homestead. My name is Heather. We are in the kitchen this evening because it is time to make eggnog. I only make eggnog at this time of year during the holiday season, and we love eggnog made with our goat's milk. So speaking of, here is the inventory of ingredients. I'm making a double batch because it's me and a few ladies tomorrow with probably about 10 kids, and so we're gonna need a double batch. I've got a dozen eggs. I will have a total of 6 cups of milk. The recipe does call for some of the liquid to be cream, and I don't have any cream that isn't soured, and I don't think soured cream would really work well in this application, but I do have the next best thing, which is pure Nigerian dwarf milk, which is a very, very creamy all on its own. We've gotten quite a bit out of our Stormy girl. I'm very proud of her. I have some salt, some maple syrup, some nutmeg, and some vanilla. Now, first things first is I'm going to need the egg yolks. We do not use the white in this recipe. Why do I have so many bowls? I don't think I need this many bowls. So I will be putting the whites to the side to save for egg white omelets. One of my kids really likes egg whites, doesn't necessarily prefer the yolks, so that works out. Now this eggnog recipe is a cooked eggnog. I have seen lots of recipes online that use raw eggs and raw milk, and I'm very interested in something like that. The only thing is, because I don't have cream, I think my eggnog would be a little bit thin, and cooking the eggnog in this way with the egg yolks is gonna thicken it up. It's like a custard essentially, and because that thick consistency really is one of the main things that I look forward to with eggnog, we're gonna do the cooked version again this year. I think that this is why I had that extra bowl down here. I knew what I was doing. So the original recipe that I will link below does call for 1 cup of sugar. One of the ladies coming to our play date tomorrow doesn't do sugar, but she will do maple syrup. So I've got this. This is 8 ounces of pure Maine maple syrup that my dad sent me for Christmas. Beautiful. My little whisk is dirty, so big whisk will have to do. Just gonna cream the egg yolks and maple syrup together. I want to try to get as smooth of a consistency as possible. Eventually we will strain the eggnog through a mesh strainer, so it would take out any eggy bits, but we'd still like to limit the amount of eggy bits that we do get in the eggnog. The recipe that I'm using calls for 4 cups of milk and 2 cups of cream. I'm going to be using 6 cups of Nigerian dwarf goat milk. Nice and creamy. Look how much of it is stuck to the jar. Good girl. So I've got the milk on high because that is the only speed that this burner has. I'll have to make sure that I keep the milk moving so that it doesn't scorch. I have very good luck with these these enameled cast iron pans. I've never had my milk scorch, knock on wood. So I've just added a pinch of salt, and I'm gonna add a teaspoon of nutmeg. Easily one of my favorite spices. If you go too heavy on it though, it can make your tongue kind of go numb, so try to rein it in. So our ultimate goal with this is to combine the hot milk with the eggs without scrambling the eggs. We want the eggs to act as the thickener for our eggnog. We don't want scrambled milk and eggs. That would not be good. So we're going to be tempering the eggs, and in order to do that, we're going to heat this milk up and then slowly add the milk to the eggs, whisking as we go. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera, but we've got a little bit of steam coming up out of the milk. We're looking for what the recipe describes as a bare simmer. I'm gonna guess that we're at least close. Got my ladle here. You could use a whisk. I've decided that I'm gonna use my immersion blender, and I'm going to scoop over some of the milk into the eggs and whisk it up as I go. Right, now we've got most of the milk in with the eggs. It should be safe just to now add the contents of the glass vessel back down into the pot and get everything combined. Oh no. Make a mess or it doesn't count. How did I do that? I had a pour spout. It's okay. Now that I've made a mess on this side, I'm going to switch to a burner that I don't prefer to use for videos. That's okay, it won't make my house stink. I need to wait for that to cool before I can really clean it off. And so now at this point, we're going to bring the whole mixture up to about 160 and kind of stir it around as we are heating it up and getting it up to that temp, and then we'll be ready to take it off the stove. We are looking for that specific temperature, I believe, because it's the pasteurization temperature. Right around 165 is the pasteurization temperature, but also our eggs should be like well cooked, and our eggnog will be as creamy as we can get it. At this point, it will thicken up more as it cools. Might be hard for you to see there, but I'm at about 133 right now, so it won't be long. I've got this on medium over here. You're really not supposed to use metal utensils in enameled cast iron because it scratches at the enameling, so I have switched to a silicone spatula. I kind of like this better because it allows me to really kind of scrape along the bottom with that flat part of the spatula. We're almost up to temp. You can see the beautiful golden color of the eggnog from our lovely yellow yolked chicken eggs. Besides the fact that chickens are expensive to feed, one of the reasons for me turning on lights for our layers over winter is for things like this. I love eggnog, and you need eggs for eggnog. Looking at my thermometer right now, we're only a couple degrees away from 160 because the stovetop and the pot are going to have residual heat in them. I'm just going to shut off the stove and allow that residual heat to bring everything up to temp. Things went a little bit over temp, so I just removed it from the burner, but I want to stir this for about a minute just to let everything cook and incorporate, and then we'll be ready to strain it. All right, first we do need to add our vanilla extract. This is vanilla extract that I made using vodka and vanilla beans last year. I have not gotten a chance to use it. It was about 1 year ago that I did this, so I'm just going to pour about a teaspoon. Maybe 2 teaspoons. And if we were going to add alcohol, we could either do it right now or before serving. But this is a mommy date. It's not that kind of a party, so no alcohol. Right, here is my vessel that I would like to strain this into. I have a metal canning funnel here and then this metal mesh strainer. This is just going to catch any eggy bits that might have been created during the tempering process. Honey? Do you want to come pour this for me? I've already made a mess. I'm a little bit nervous. Honey. Oh no.
It counts.
It does count. This really counts.
Your jar's too small anyway.
The jar. I thought it was going to be plenty. Okay.
It was perfect with the amount I spilled. It was all part of the plan.
You know what? We're going to have a clean house and some good eggnog. Yeah, we did catch some little things. This like grittiness in here, can you see that? That's what we don't want in our eggnog. I probably need to get like a towel from the shower.
You know, at least for starters.
Okay. It's so funny, I called you over because I knew I was going to do that. I knew
I just
that
went at it a little too confidently, that's all. Why don't we just grab a ladle?
The ladle would have taken too long. I have ladles. I've got 3 ladles.
It was like a whole cup's worth.
I thought it could pour fine. Right now, the eggnog is pretty warm, and so I do want to refrigerate this, but I want this to come down a little bit in temp before I throw it in the refrigerator.
Give me a little, because I've never had eggnog. I like custard, but boiled custard. That's probably funny. Let me try it. I'm being brave.
It's not as creamy as it would be had I used cream.
Makes sense.
I will say. Megan has never had eggnog before.
I like it.
Megan also told me she liked goat the first time I served her goat. Did you like it?
Yes.
You didn't?
No, I didn't like the goat. I did not like the ground goat you gave us. I liked the smoked goat.
But you told me you liked the ground goat. Do you really like the eggnog?
I do like the eggnog.
There, and I think this is your jar. Anyway, this is my sister-in-law, Jessie. And I know you're gonna love it because everything goat.
Oh my gosh. Well, anything goat. I love goat.
Go ahead.
Eggnog. And I haven't had it.
So it's not vanilla in here. What's the spice in here?
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg. Okay, that's what I thought.
You can put cinnamon in it too, and I didn't.
Okay.
But if you want cinnamon, I have it.
Because I want the spice of eggnog and the flavor. I've been making it in my kefir, my milk kefir.
Really?
Just adding nutmeg and cinnamon and a little bit of vanilla and some honey.
Oh my gosh.
And that's it. But this is better. But this is way
put
better.
the old kitty down. Just put the old one down.
Yeah, she's fragile. I'm just fragile.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rem. I know, I'm sorry.
We are on day 15. Whoops. My previous projects are falling out. And this is what we're working with. Well, I think I'm getting a little bit better at this, which is encouraging. If you guys have seen The Grinch, you know his little dog, Max. That's who this is. This eggnog is very good. I am interested in trying the raw milk and raw egg version at some point. I need to be able to get some cream, I think, for a thicker consistency, but I love this. If you have a favorite recipe for eggnog, please let me know what it is. And if you've tried the raw milk and raw egg version, I'd love to hear what you think about it. That's all I've got for you today, guys. I'll see you again soon.